how do you explain when things don't go as we assume? Or better, how do you explain when others are able to achieve things that seem to defy all of the assumptions? For example, why is Apple so innovative? Year after year after year after year, they're more innovative than all their competition. And yet, they're just a computer company. They're just like everyone else. They have the same access to the same talent, the same agencies, the same consultants, the same media. Then why is it that they seem to have something different? Why is it that Martin Luther King led the civil rights movement? He wasn't the only man who suffered in a pre-civil rights America, and he certainly wasn't the only great orator of the day. Why him? And why is it that the Wright brothers were able to figure out controlled powered manned flight when there were certainly other teams who were better qualified, better funded, and they didn't achieve powered manned flight, and the Wright brothers beat them to it? There's something else at play here. About 3.5 years ago, I made a discovery, and this discovery profoundly changed my view on how I thought the world worked, and it even profoundly changed the way in which I operate in it. As it turns out, there's a pattern. As it turns out, all the great and inspiring leaders and organizations in the world, whether it's Apple or Martin Luther King or the Wright brothers, they all think, act, and communicate the exact same way, and it's the complete opposite to everyone else. All I did was codify it. And it's probably the world's simplest idea. I call it the golden circle. Why, how, what? This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this: we make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done, that's how most sales is done, and that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do, we say how we're different or how we're better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all
Sir, you're frozen.
Sir, you are on mute.
Oh, okay. So, Divakar, I think you have not watched the video earlier. So, if you have watched it, if you can just put up your why, how, and what in the group, then we can start the discussion. I would probably start with others why, how, and what.
Okay. Probably I'm getting another call. I'll log out. We will connect back again. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Great. I am very good. I'm very good. Excited to see a lot of response on the group and everybody coming up with their great thoughts. So really, really great. Thanks, Priyanka. Hi, Priyanka, for joining. And things. Otherwise, I'm okay with audio.
Just a moment. I don't have what I had written right now. Just a moment. I'll just check and then.
Sure.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I don't have the content, but I'll just say what was it. So why is what are the challenges that we are facing? Okay, and that was what was mentioned. What are the challenges? What are the availabilities? And then for how it was basically what is actually done using for these challenges. Though it is challenging, I'm speaking about Python. Though it is challenging, it is still simpler for you to do all these challenges within a few lines of code. So that's the reason after you've known how you're actually going to do, when was basically you're implementing programs, but in a better way with the available Python libraries and functions.
Okay.
So this was my focus.
Great, great. So Priyanka, I think I would want you to go back and listen to the Simon Sinek's why part again and see how Apple has been kind of talking about it. So I think probably I'll replay that for you, just for your understanding.
Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo.
Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. It has no relationship with the Python. It has no relationship with the computers or the MP3 here, what you're talking about. So the why, when you create, you have to think it based on your target audience and why they would be needing this or what is their problem area. So why has to bring in from the problem statement. So like, just for an example, we at Top 100 Mentors Club at Bringle Academy, our vision is why is very clear. We want to touch 1 billion lives. We want to realign the entire ecosystem. We believe that currently people are not sitting in the right position today. 80% of the corporates, people who are in corporates are actually sitting into a wrong jobs. They're not happy with their career. And this is where it is there with everybody, be it the businesses, be it the be it the individuals who are working in the corporate in the businesses or corporates. So it's a big realignment which is required, and that realignment, how it can happen is it can happen only by giving them upskilling, different skill sets. First of all, helping them to understand their core skill sets, core strengths. What are their weaknesses? Once we identify that, then only we can help them upskill them into that, and then help them to realign to a right, job role or a position or a, either as an employee or as an entrepreneur. So that is where our how is very clear. When we talk into what Top 100 Mentors Club, what we are doing is we have got a platform on which we onboard people like, experts like you who can help us in delivering our how and eventually will be able to solve our why. So think it from the customer point of view. If you're running your product, what you're saying Python is all what? Why Python and how it will help people is what you need to think out little more deeper into it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
think about it little
So
more.
basically, why will be understanding, or rather saying, you're targeting the audience, saying that even though it is challenging
Right.
to learn programming, so you have to basically deal with that.
Right.
And how will be what is being done? Even though programming is challenging, Python is going to give you everything in a few lines of code.
Yeah, so that is again, you are getting into too much into Python. Come out of Python.
Okay.
Come out of
Okay.
Python. Python is
Okay.
your what? What? Why Python? Okay, so why Python in the sense it go before more deeper. Probably coding.
Okay.
Coding is something is important in going to be today's world.
Okay. So
Right now, how can you do the coding? Can everybody learn coding? Probably not. And that is where you say, I want, why could be that in today's time everybody should know coding. Coding is going to be the third language, or another language for the people. Lot of schools are now giving coding to the children. How do you do it? By you teach finding out of ways or means by which anybody can do the coding. And that's where you use Python for the same. Could
Okay,
be
so
the
how
flow
will
like
be
this.
anybody can code? So basically, rather than Python, I mean, we are just giving them coding, and then in the why, it will be today's time anybody can learn coding, and Python will be in the why part. Python will be where
So
they are.
Python is what? Python is
Uh,
what?
okay, okay.
Okay. See your product which you are selling, the service which you are selling is your what? Now I'll want you to hear this again. Okay.
Okay,
How he does.
Okay.
As a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing. Very, very few people or organizations are where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done, that's how most sales is done, and that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do, we say how we're different or how we better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that.
So this is where we always communicate. We make great, and it is a value proposition. See, I have no shyness in sharing that we have also evolved over a period of time. Believe me, the time we were talking about, sharing the platform. Platform is our product. It is what? It is not because of which we are together today. We are together today because of our why. Because we want to help people. Because we want to touch billion lives. And that cannot happen without everybody's support. So we want to touch 1 billion lives. For that, how do we do it? We bring in various mentors, work with them, we believe in extending, connecting people from anywhere to anywhere. And from there, then we have the platform, we have the mentors who works with them, with whom we will help them to reach out to this why eventually. Okay. So for you also, you have to define your why you are doing it. Okay. Okay, so think back again. I'll come back to you. Give a little thought. I'll go back to Chandar now. Chandar, hi. I
Hi.
would like to know your thoughts now. You have shared something on the group.
1 minute, just opening up.
Sure.
Yes, I was talking about communication skills and why communication skills are necessary. I'm starting from why. Communication skills prevented man, a social animal, from getting extinct and have improved relationship. How it is important? Good communication skills improve human relationship and assist in career growth. To become a great communicator, you need to develop special skills and make it a habit. We believe in assisting with improving holistic way of communication. That's it.
Okay. So I think you have to go again beyond communication. Communication is your product. It is not why.
Okay.
So you think about what is the benefit which people will get in. Think it from the people's perspective. What is the value you are giving it to them? This is a value proposition. So let's say you are talking about community. What is the benefit they will get in? What is the value? So now let me ask this question to you. What is the value you see coming at Bringle's top 100 Mentors Club? What is the value you feel coming here?
Coming here, I get connectivity, I get knowledge, and I happen to explore to extend my knowledge to others.
Okay. So if I just tell you I'll keep giving you knowledge, will you be happy? Will you be okay with that? So what is your real value which you are looking at from Bringle?
Connectivity also.
Customers. The customers,
Yes.
right? So those customers, how will that come?
Customers will come. How means, how do I say?
So I need to, this is my, see, our why is also to touch billion lives. Now we want to reach billion lives. We cannot do it alone. So we believe in creating a platform wherein all other experts can come, and we provide a very open atmosphere for people to communicate and reach out to other people as per their own requirement. What do? We bring in the technology platform, which is our blended learning platform. We bring in the sales and marketing expertise, have developed the sales and marketing expertise of these individual mentors, and we support them on assisting them onto various administrative tasks onto that. That is how we kind of do it, or what we do it. Okay. Now think it from that perspective. What is your vision? What is the value which they will get in if they will take this communication? What is the benefit they will get in? Your why has to be that you want to pick up a number of people from those billion lives which we are targeting. That is our why. So now you define your why over there.
Why can I say that most of the dreams of people, like becoming a public speaker, becoming a having a very good career growth, or having to become a great orator and a good human being?
Okay, I want you to listen this again, how he does it. Okay.
Simple to use and user-friendly. Here's our new law firm. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently.
Now, this is your why. We believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. Now, I'll relate it to Bringle vision. We believe that people needs realignment. They need skills to be future ready. And that is why we want to touch 1 billion lives. That is our goal statement we have created. Now, what is your why in your communication? What is your belief? Why are you doing this communication training?
Give me some time. I'll just think it out.
Think about it. No problem. Thanks.
Okay, just a second one. Believe in challenging and believe in
thinking differently. We believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. See, it has to be completely away from your product. You cannot bring product of yours, because tomorrow you are today doing communication training. Tomorrow you may bring leadership training. Tomorrow you may be, next day you may bring some other trainings. That is not your why. Your why should not be dependent on your product or service. Your why has to be very, very away from the, your product. Okay. So Prasad, coming back to you.
Anji.
Sir, you have also sent some details, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you explain that now? And, of course you have had 2 discussions seen. So could you just explain the why part of yours?
1 minute, let me bring it up. Do you want me to share screen or just talk about it?
No, just talk about it. I think
Okay.
we have the point.
So I'm saying that my why is helping manufacturing organizations, OEMs and O&M service providers involved in the Industry 4.0 digital transformation journey.
This is again what part of it? How
No,
you
it's
are
not.
doing, or rather I would say how you are doing it. Digital transformation, isn't it?
No, digital transformation is the overall, that is the space that I want to target. No? You
Right,
want
that
to
is
touch
your
a billion
target
lives.
segment. That is
One
your
minute,
target.
you want to touch a billion lives. I want to touch only these couple of people, not the billion lives.
Why? I'm
To
perfectly
help
fine
them
with
in
your
their
target
journey.
segment. I'm perfectly fine with your target segment. But what I'm
Ah.
trying to understand is why you want to touch that industry.
To help them in their journey to transformation.
What is the problem they are facing?
What is the problem they are facing is that they are not able to, probably they don't have the skills to do this transformation. There is a skill gap.
Is it a skill? Are you trying to upskill them? Are you trying to do a transformation with them? What is the kind of model which you're looking at?
See, in transformation, there can be multiple things that you can do as a part of transformation. You can consult, you can provide skill upgradation, you can do maybe provide solutions and do certain solutions. You can develop some products and offer those products. So those are the hows, and out of that, I am selecting one how, which is upskilling.
No, so that is not how. What you're telling me is what, and I'll explain you with this video again, and I'll play that particular portion right now again for you, just for you to understand. Listen to this very carefully.
The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple.
Now, what you're talking about is that your different products or transformation things is your like DVR or some any kind of product or some any other kind of option is what you are talking about as a what part of it. Now, why is, I'll just try to look at from your content what you have written, and I'll just help maybe try to understand what you're saying. Okay, so you are saying that it is a digital transformation journey. Now, digital transformation journey, why do you think it is important for them to have a digital transformation journey? I think you have to go just one level above. It will be okay.
So their digital transformation journey is to improve their overall competitiveness.
Overall competitiveness.
Competitiveness.
Okay. Now, that competitiveness will give them what? what is the benefit?
Competitive edge in the market, in whatever market that they are operating in. It will help reduce their cost. It will help in improving their profits. It will improve in improving sustainability, energy efficiency, all these kind of things. That's what digital
Absolutely.
transformation is all about.
Absolutely. So now this is what you have to bring it into your why, which is your point is that you are bringing competitiveness in the business.
Okay.
Right? You
So
can
I
then
can say
align.
helping manufacturing organizations improve their competitiveness.
Yeah, I mean, you can just write that as a why for you, helping man. So you are defining your target segments very clearly. You are defining your why very clearly. What are you trying? Why you are doing this for them?
Yeah.
And then you can even add some targets into it. Maybe like we have given 1 billion lives. You can say 100 organizations, 1,000 organizations, 1 lakh organizations, whatever you want to put up as a target. That completes your why statement. So it becomes a very simple, understandable for everybody and very target oriented.
Okay.
So that gives you the why part of it. Now, how do you do it? Is by doing a digital transformation journey. We help them involved in a digital transformation journey and enhancing their knowledge and skill level. So that is actually your why and how, which you have written currently, is a merge of how. And finally, what you have mentioned is the what, is the training programs on various aspects. On what you do. Then you can probably write, you can do consulting, you can do execution, all that are your whats, different whats into it.
Correct, but right now we just picked up one what. I hope that is correct, because there are, as I said, 10,000 things you can do. But right now, for creating, for this exercise that we are doing, I picked up only one what, which is the training program.
It has to be like that only, because you cannot do 10 whats at the same point in time.
Correct.
You have to focus on one what first, but I'm just sharing that other things could also emerge over there. And those could be your subsequent products or services which will emerge eventually over a period of time.
Yeah, correct.
So I think you have done it pretty well, but just change your why into that. And if you can just put those changes back into the group so that everybody else can understand. We'll send this recording to people as well for their benefit. So great. I think Prasad, good work in this. Let's move ahead.
There's one thing, Anshav, I just saw the statement provided by Deepesh, and there seems to be an overlap between what he is doing and me. So maybe we should have a separate discussion on that.
No, so I think this question will be coming in very often because it is not about having the same expertise. It is about having their own customers. See, not everybody would be the customer for everybody. If you will have your own set of customers, you will attract your own set of customers. Deepesh will attract his own set of customers. I think this question was asked by Priyanka. I mean, Priyanka is already doing Python and was asked by Dr. Ashok as well, that we are into the same field in the Python. Believe me, in this world, there are so many trainers or mentors and coaches. Everybody has their own business. Does everybody get the same kind of success rates? No. It is only dependent, and they have their own target segment. They have their own influencing segments over there. It's a big market. More the competition, more the better. Because
but instead of competition, can we look at collaboration? I'll be perfectly
absolutely
discussion with Deepesh and saying that let us join hands and address this jointly.
Absolutely right. That is exactly what I want to do. Rather than we guys become a competitors to each other, when we come into a same community, this is exactly what I was about to say, that let's collaborate. So the word is all moving towards collaboration.
Absolutely.
1 + 1 is equal to 11. So if Priyanka and Dr. Ashok join hands together and they work out together, they have one value statement. We join hands with people, with mentors whom we feel it is aligned with our mission.
Correct.
We also do that. So like when you will start doing the IoT thing, we also do a transformation exercise with businesses. We also do communication sales trainings with them. We also do design thinking trainings. We do Python trainings. We do other cybersecurity trainings. Now, slowly everything will get aligned to our overall billion, the goal. When we talk about billion lives goal, I alone cannot do it. And more people will get added up. So individually, at some point in time, it will actually segment it out basis on the industry by industry. And I'll tell you now, I'm showing you one chart right now for you guys, just for you to understand that how do we work. We were actually preparing this yesterday. Okay, are you able to see this screen?
Yes.
Okay. This is what our clarity document, Bringle process, which we were making it yesterday. Now we have 4 pillars. Okay, we have these 4 pillars, and this 5 rest is everything goes into others. Now MBA for kids is basically our for the people who are students from that 8 years to 18 years kind of student, 8 to 16 typically. Every theme we will have a principal mentor, and in the campus to corporate right now it is being managed by Sharmila and Simran, which is right now it is happening. In each domain, soft and life skills, technical trainings and leadership and management, there will be some principal mentors who will be coming in here. So let's say there are sales, who could be the people who can be coming in. Right now we are just adding up the names here. We have written IoT. I've already written your name and Dipesh name out there. We need to find out, can we collaborate out here? And these are the work stream which we are giving in. So we will have some principal mentors over there who will actually take up this entire pyramid into that further. So where we will need your support. That is the reason we are spending so much time in defining the right value propositions. Tomorrow, when we are starting up with a Python training, we have Priyanka, we have, now we know that we have Dr. Ashok as well. Can we kind of have a collaboration? So this is what we are also doing it at our level, and eventually it will happen. Okay. So you're perfectly fine. You're perfectly right. We need to have a collaboration, and we can definitely have a separate call on that.
And another question that I had on this mind map that you just showed, there is that category of leadership and leadership skills and management skills.
Right.
Offerings there, how do I engage on 2 different things? One is the technical thing of IoT, and the other one would be management related some topics. So is it 2 different things altogether and we engage differently on that, or how is your structure really?
That will evolve. See, one is your core strengths. So if your core strength is in IoT.
My core strength is in both areas. Yes.
Okay. So I understand your point of view there, but if you feel that you can manage 2 work streams, because it will be a lot of work, we are actually preparing a complete, job role document, or a kind of a role document, role and responsibility document, which is required for in a particular work stream. Now, if you think that that kind of a work you can really accommodate at this point in time from your, from your time constraints point of view, we are perfectly okay with that, and we can run it.
I can with my other partner with whom I've been working in that space. Sure. In this, for example, in the HR space.
Okay.
So I've got a whole bunch of training programs which we have developed over the years and which we have delivered. Maybe I can rope him in to manage the HR part through this Bringle platform.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We can look at that separately. See, this what I have shown is we are actually internalizing it. It is more of a strategy document for us, not to showcase it to anybody.
Sure.
But it is just for us to understand that how various experts who are coming in, how we can work with them and grow further together.
Sure.
Because reaching to our target will also require a lot of support in this. And we are actually creating a complete roles and responsibilities document right now, so that we understand what are the expectations from them, how they gets benefited, how overall system gets valued into this. So I think that discussion we can definitely have, and we can have a one-on-one discussion, and then we'll take it up.
Let's do that. Let's have a one-on-one discussion. Sure, whenever you are free, let me know. We can talk.
Absolutely, no problem.
Okay.
Okay. So Priyanka, Chandar, are you back with your revised thoughts?
Yes. So here, why is coding seems difficult and full of challenges? How the truth is everyone can code. What? Hence Python easy to implement with a few lines of code. Want to be part of this journey and be a pro. So this is what I was able to come up.
Priyanka, very good attempt. I just want to fine tune your why part of it little bit more, little bit more. It is good. Okay. So you have picked up a very important point that not everybody can code. Okay. You just change it to the one level. I believe, or we believe, that everybody should know how to code.
Okay.
Right? Because that is what the ultimate purpose is. In today's time, coding is going to be the mandatory language or mandatory thing for people to go, because everybody is moving towards technology, digital transformation and all. So if you are not digitally savvy, or you don't know how to code or build up some of your apps or things like that, it is very difficult for you to sustain in this world. And you will attract a lot of those. See, this is also, you need to define it from your target segment. So you are actually targeting those target segment with this. People like students like who are in arts, commerce, who are not in the technology field, but they aspire to go into the technology field. So if you are using that as a why or that as a target segment, the why has to be specifically for that target segment. So if you targeting, am I understanding correctly that your target segment are those people who do not know how to code, or maybe not from the technology world?
It's basics of Python, so hence that is the segment right now. Because if it was mid-level or machine learning and all that, then it would be not the but right now machine learning is also being dealt with by people who are not into programming. So that is also one thing. So that's the reason I had written the why as coding seems difficult, and how I had mentioned that everybody can code.
Right. So I think, see, define your target segment very clearly first. And accordingly, when you define your why, then you define your how, and then you define your what. I think
So why was, since coding is difficult, how is coding is not difficult, everybody can code. And what is here it is hence Python, which you can do in a few lines of code.
Absolutely. And I think Priyanka, we should also have this conversation with Dr. Ashok. Let's work together and kind of collaborate there, how we can help each other into this and make it as a big activity rather than doing it as a one-off activity. And that will give support to all of us.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do that. Okay. Now the second exercise, which I will be giving it now in think on those aspects. Chandar, are you done with your assignment?
I'll just message you on show, please.
Yeah, please do that. No problem. So you are still doing it?
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Okay, fine. So fine. So I think this is what for the today, I just wanted to discuss this. There'll be a second set of exercise. I'll be giving it to you now after this call, after today's, evening call after that as well. Probably by tomorrow morning, I will send you the next assignment, which you need to give. I want, that to be given tomorrow itself, or Sunday you can take it, so that by Monday we can literally start with going into the market and promoting these programs into that.
Great.
Okay. So I can wait for you, Chandra, right now till the time if you want to take some time. And Prasad and Priyanka, if you want to move ahead, you can go ahead. You can leave the call. I'll send you the next assignment, and we'll probably on Sunday we will have another call.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is your what. I understand that. Can you stress upon the why part again?
1 minute. Most of us are not living our dream and are always feeling the grass is green on the other side. We believe that everyone needs to grow to his or her full potential.
Sorry,
communication is one of the means to achieving that.
Sir, holding you there. I understand that I believe part is how is what you're talking about. Am I right?
No, I was telling about why.
Why? Okay. See, why you need to make it little more generic. Okay. So, like you read the first statement that not everybody is living to their full potential. Is that what you told me the first statement? And they
Most
feel
of us
that
are not living our dreams.
dreams. Why? And this is a question to you. Don't, I mean, you don't have to write it out. I'm just asking you why we are not living our full potential or our dreams, or not able to achieve our dreams.
We are not able to live our dreams because of lack of skill set. Can be anything: lack of skill set of leadership, lack of skill set of knowledge, lack of skill set of communication, fear of facing somebody. Could be anything. Because of that skill set lacking, we are not able to live our dream.
Okay. So now your why is here that we want, we believe in helping people to live their dreams or achieve their dreams. This is what we call as Bringle Dream Wave. I don't know if you have ever noticed on our creatives, we have a 3-liner statement in Bringle Dream Wave. When we say we want to touch 1 billion lives, we have a 3-step process. We want them to get inspired. Once they get inspired, then we work with them to help them achieve their dreams. And once they achieve their dreams, we motivate them to help other people to achieve their dreams with the same process of inspiring, motivating them to achieve, helping them to achieve it, and further motivating them to spread the wave. That's what Bringle Dream Wave is all about. So now, with this communication, you want to help people realize their dreams. Is that your belief? Is that what your mission is?
Yes.
So that is your why.
Okay.
So your why is that we believe that people can achieve anything in life, but they're unable to do it. How we are doing it? We are helping to do it, helping them do it by providing them skill sets which are most important for their helping them to achieve their dreams. What the skill sets? The most important aspect is communication. If they are able to communicate well, that's the first step towards success. Because if they don't know, if they can't communicate what is their problem, how will they do, what will they, how will they ask for the help? It's like I am talking to you and I keep sending you assignments, and I'm not getting anything back in return. I'm not getting a communication completed. See, communication is not about what I say. Communication is what about other receive and able to comprehend back. That is the reason. Otherwise, I would have sent in the WhatsApp group itself, right?
Yes, that's true. I also believe a lot of communication to be there.
So this communication is not what, what I say. I can keep saying 10,000 different things in the group or in the open atmosphere. But until or unless I know how much you have understood from my message, I might have said 100 things, but you have not even understood one. I'm not an effective communicator. Right now, what I'm doing with you by checking with you is actually communication.
Yes.
And even then, you understand this point. I have sent this video almost 2 or 3 days back, right? People have put in there, they would have, gone through it multiple times. I have also told them, some answers I've replied to them that this is a problem, this is still not be there. And even after that, I have to rewind that video, at least 4 or 5 times.
Yes, Anshav, I agree that.
So the message, the communication, it was not communication till now. But now when you are, whatever you are able to comprehend it back to me, that is the percentage of communication I have done in my entire effort.
Yes, Anshav, I agree that. Slight opinion I also have. Maybe that we all have took some time for us to align with each other's understanding.
Right.
If I were in your position, I would never say anyone of us done not as per the video. They would have done as per the video what they have understood.
Right.
The first level of communication is through, but processing of the communication was also through as per them.
Right.
But to align in a group, we needed more open discussion.
Absolutely.
This is how would I would put it across.
Absolutely right. See, till now we are also learning. So everybody learns every day. For me, I learn every day. I read every day. I upgrade myself every day. Because if I have to support 100,000 experts, which we are looking at as a target for us, then I need to upgrade myself to be able to understand their challenges.
Yes, even I started doing after joining the course for master's diploma in training and development. I started doing this. Earlier, I was very confined to my manufacturing process activities and doing a lot of research and bringing in a lot of methodologies, a proven methodology, of course, into the shop floor and improving the skill set of the manpower. But this particular thing is a little bit different here. As a trainer or as a mentor or as a coach, you need to think beyond and you need to bring them to align with the same cause. Every individual, every organization has different vision, though they are in similar principle. Say, let us say a Honda company who manufacture two-wheelers, a TVS company which manufacture two-wheelers, or the Hero company. They have their own vision. And a person working in any two-wheeler industry in a manufacturing sector or assembly line would be doing the same thing. But definitely the alignment to the culture of each organization will vary and he need to fine tune that. So that is why I believe I took this as my first step of improving communication. That was the reason where I said we need to improve communication. In this communication in 21 points, which I am going to explain to everybody, that 21 points makes you fit or at least align yourself at the earliest to the new challenges.
Right, right. So great. I think, this is perfectly fine what you are saying. And in fact, communication is very, very important key aspect in the organization, in anybody's personal life or an organization life. Because what we always feel, and this is a very big, problem within the leadership today, is that they keep on shouting at people saying that you do this, you have not done this, you have not done this, without realizing that the person who is at a receiving end has not even understood what you are trying to say. So how do you communicate the message back to them? It's very, very important to interact. It's very, very important for you to understand the benefits around it. What are the challenges? Why they're not able to understand? You might be thinking at a 40,000 feet view of level, they are not even touch the ground. And that is where the challenge comes in. So I think the communication is definitely is a very important aspect. And there are a lot of other experts who are working into this domain. And we have a group of large set of people. So we will actually bring in and make it as a one particular segment around that. So whoever the people who are coming in into different segments. So now you are taking mostly focusing on communication. You have taken that one step forward. So you have a chance, you will take up the ladder, of the leadership first. Then you start diverting that, into that. So we have our own way of working it out, because we cannot alone do it.
Yes,
It is
I
a,
agree.
it is a huge, it is a large vision or the mission which we are looking at. And we will need support from people like you who are experts in this industry, and we can definitely collaborate. It could be other organizations, it could be other people, it could be other experts, but it has to be aligned to a perfectly right mission. And it has to be clear. If somebody is focusing on, on digital transformation, I cannot ask them to go and do the leadership training. Like today, my expertise is process and digital transformation. I understand that, but I don't know technology. But I know where to put the technology, connecting the business requirements to the technology requirements, give them the best of the processes and give them the profitability. But I have developed my skills on sales, marketing as well. But that is not my core strength. I can develop.
My core strength is in manufacturing process enhancement. See, this why I have talked about communication. In the manufacturing sector, communication plays a very, very important role. Suppose say we are into a mechanical manufacturing sector. If a person is not able to read a drawing, then he will end up making something else than what is required. So that is one kind of communication. And in that sector, you won't get people who are highly confident or highly knowledgeable in how to communicate. So that is the basic reason why I took, because manufacturing process enhancement or
Hello. Thank you so much. I think we will join back again with our next session, and we'll be taking it up for the next set of exercise for you, which we'll be sending it to you by tomorrow after our evening call today. And by tomorrow, once you submit that, Sunday, we will have a final call and we'll start categorizing and start working on the same from Monday. So till then, keep wrangling, keep growing. Thank you so much.